Hello, hello. How's everyone this evening? It is getting cold here in Thunder Bay, and unlike last week when I forgot that I was what day it was, and I didn't even. Well, I was eating supper and got a text and said, "Hey Diane, where are you? It's Thursday night, and you said you were going live, and what's wrong?" And I realized, oh my gosh, it. What day was it? I thought all day it was Wednesday, and it turned out to be Thursday, and I should have been joining you. Anyways, I am here. Who do we have here? Um, Beverly and Terry. Hello, love the music. Yeah, I did as well. and um, and Patricia is there. This is not going to be, as many of you know, the regular shopping show. I'm taking a bit of a break as my plate is full with all sorts of other activities. And I don't know if you've noticed, but generally January hasn't been the biggest shopping month of the year. So, who else is joining us this evening? Linda and another Linda, Linda with an I and Linda with a Y, and Cecile. And everyone, my mom Elsie is joining in as well. Hi, mom. I realized on the weekend, talking with my mom, that you know, still our social circles may have been dwindling through the pandemic and so on. And this is a new way of socializing. It's not the same as being in the same room and talking face to face, but it is a social connection. And I think that's why I love it so much, and why some of you have chosen to spend some of your very, very valuable time joining us live or watching the repeat. So um, it is, what day is it? It's Thursday, January 26th. And I'm in a different spot than doing the show, but look at this. It's quite sparse in here. Not really. What am I doing? I am packing up so we can make a big move to the mall. And Beverly's loving my top. Yeah, we're sold out of this one. um, it's from a company, Indigena. Love it, love it, love it. And thank you for noticing. And so, oh my gosh, we don't have a regular show, but look at, if you're watching the Facebook uh, live event, you will notice up there a counter up there, and it's telling us how many people are joining in live. And I've learned over a period of time that we may have more than one person behind the screen. And as well, people might be joining us on the Shop with Diane YouTube channel or the Take a Hike and Take Two Boutique Facebook page. To prep for a regular shopping show takes me really concentrated effort for a full day, and but spending time through the week trying to assemble products and then processing them afterwards. And with all that I have on my plate at the moment, there's no way that I could do a shopping show. So I think, though, it's really important that we come together, stay connected, but up. We always have something up our sleeve here, and want to update you on that. So Anne is joining us. Probably Roger is there as well. And we have 3 Lindas joining us so far, at least who've put on the comment section. So hello to Lindas out there, the most popular name in the comment section this evening. So, oh, and Barb is here. Hi, Barb. Look at, if you've been watching all along and you are watching the comment section, you'll really just notice the regulars and part of the lovely group of people. So what do I want to do this evening is bring us all together, even though we're not going to do a shopping show. And oh, Mary is joining us. Hi, Mary. Bringing us all together. And oh my goodness, I'm just going to keep going to the comment section. Gina's there and Tracy. Oh my gosh, look at, we're all getting together. It is January. It is getting cold outside, and what a nice way to spend the evening, coming together and just say hello to each other, stay connected. So what I'd like to do this evening is update you on what's happening over the next few weeks in my life and with Take a Hike and Take Two Boutique. as well as share with you a couple of helpful hints that might make your life a little easier. And maybe you know these things already, but I can tell you it'd be something wise to pass on to others, make their lives easier as well. What I've been doing on Facebook each day, I think for 12 days now, is posting um, one of the suggestions being made in an article called 15 Simple Ways to Live a Joyful Life. And if you haven't been following along, please go back to the Take a Hike and Take Two Boutique Facebook page and scroll back on the posts and give some of that some thought. I'm doing this to help me, but also help the broader community as well, just to be more mindful about what it will take to have us feel more joy in our lives. It's not going to be that we're always up, but when we face some of the challenges, how to keep buoyant and resilient. So I hope you're enjoying them. I see many of them are getting lots of shares and likes, and let us know in the comment section if you're following that helpful, or perhaps one of your which tip being offered is resonating with you the most. So another reason to be following our page on a regular basis. So yeah, you can see a little bit different setup, and because what is happening? Well, rather doing a pop in and shop and trying to get more people to come to this location, I needed to shake things up. And I think I was having a conversation with, oh my gosh, who was I having and I'll give them credit another time, but this was well before Christmas. And I thought, maybe I should make that effort to take what I have into Intercity Shopping Center and do a pop-up store there for a month or so. And so I reached out to the leasing department, Mark, at Intercity, and spoke with him, and wasn't certain what spaces would become available at the end of the year. And so it wasn't until, oh my goodness, last week on Tuesday that I really went to see a possible space. We're going to make it work. So I'm pretty excited. I'm going to put up on the screen the timeline for this. Yeah, so I'm going to rent about 11,000 square foot store and take most everything from this store and set it up in that configuration. And I've got so far a really good nucleus of people coming together who are going to operate that shop. Many of them not having worked in the store before, could just jump in and swim. And people like Debbie and Lydia and Beverly here. Many of you are watching, and I see Glenda has joined us. Glenda's going to be helping us as well. I've got Aletha on the list, and Heather and Tracy and Kelly and Patricia. Oh my goodness. Hopefully we can make a schedule work, because I'm going to put up the schedule for when that mall is open. So let me just get into there. Look at this. Put it full screen. So we are going to be set up and ready to roll February 9th and run it till March 11th. If we still have stock left, if we still have energy, we'll push it out till March 18th. But those are the dates that we will be operating. And look at those hours: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 10 to 7, Thursday and Friday, 10 to 8, Saturday, 10 to 6, and Sunday, 11 to 5. And where are you going to find us? There is an entrance. You'll see on the left-hand side a big sign for Maurice's, the store there. That's the entrance you're going to take. It's on the east side of Intercity Shopping Center. There's just a short aisleway, hallway, and you just look straight ahead. And on the left, straight ahead, is Ricky's. In the center is the Body Shop. And starting February 19th, there is going to be Take Two Boutique on the right-hand side. Isn't that exciting? Oh my gosh. So let me take that off the screen. And oh my gosh. And I'm pretty excited about it. I got to say, I'm excited because it's a project that I always get excited about these bigger projects, but taking a space that right now is color purple at the top and trying to make it look like ours. So a friend of mine, Mark, is going to be in there February 1st with a paint and get that purple out of the space. And he is going to build a couple of change rooms for us. We went to go see it, the space, earlier this week, and went to Home Depot and look at some materials and figured out how to do this so it looks solid and private and spacious and affordable, because it's going to be a temporary setup. So we're going to have 2 change rooms built there, and we are going to have the movers. We're trying to pack things up here. So far, I've got a little bit of help from a couple of gals. Lydia and Kelly have been just the last day or two wrapping some stuff together. They've been helping me in the store in the past, so they know the routine, making it simpler and easy. But I'm trying to do some inventory as well, because our year end is January 31st. But the movers are going to come on Saturday, February 4th, and take this stuff to the mall. And then with the space at the mall totally congested, we are going to we're going to, on the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, get the store put together and be ready for that 10 a.m. opening on February the 9th. I'm excited. And I see Glenda is joining us, Aletha and Kathy. Hello, everyone. So giving people a bit of an update if you're just joining us on our exciting plans to pop up into Intercity Shopping Center. I did a post this week on Facebook just announcing it. So far it has I think 170 likes and 35 shares. Good job, everyone. And hopefully by taking our products there, the clothing especially, we'll bring some gift items, but that'll put our stock in front of a new and expanded audience and introduce to Thunder Bay people who don't think that there is quality clothing available. They haven't come here to get it, but we're going to take it over there, and it's going to be 40% off there. So they're going to find quality clothing, timeless, classic looking clothing, very durable, easy care. You know what it's like, and at a hugely discounted price. So we're also going to, the reason for going there is to help people. Well, we're going to try to promote the Shop with Diane show. We're going to try to expand our social media contacts and expand our group. So, and Barb is joining us. Hi, Barb. So, yeah, this is a move to the mall. If you're just joining us in now, it's going to be February 9th at 10 o'clock. We're going to be open there. But listen, everybody, my mom is conducting this. She says, spread the word, everyone. Please, you could do that right now. Just press share. The shares are so important. People like Beverly and are telling me that, oh my goodness, they are going to really personally make an effort to really promote with their own posts to their own friends, her own friends, in terms of what's happening at the mall. When you come, please help us. Let's take a picture of you in our mall store and saying, hey, come on, everyone. I'm here at the Take a Hike and Take Two Boutique at the mall. They're going to be here for a short while, and you're going to want to come down. Start planning a get together with some of your friends. Haul them in. Grab coffee. We're going to, and all of us who are being part of this are pretty excited about it. And it's an exciting project. It's going to take a lot of effort, but what a way to help this winter pass us by. So, and for those who have offered to help with getting the store staffed, I'm just putting it out there. We'll confirm later. Aletha, I see you joined in more recently, and yeah, I'm thinking of getting together next next. No, the movers are here on the 4th. Going to be the February 7th. That's a Tuesday evening of the 7th. We're going to pull all of the gals together at the mall, try to figure out the work schedule, and give you a tour of what we've set up there. So mark that calendar if you're one of those who've I will reach out to each of you individually before that. So what have I been doing besides packing up? Well, our fiscal year end is January 31st. And that means that the inventory of everything here in the store has to be entered into the computer. We have this particular top, and it's called this, and I have it in sizes small and medium in this color, and on to the next product. And everything, just about everything. I still have a little bit in the basement to do. I have handled every single item in this store and entered it into the computer. Thank God we have less stuff than we did a year ago. But yeah, it's taken some time. Our January 31st year end, I'm not even going to be here. I'm going to leave on Saturday, this Saturday. This wasn't how I originally hoped things would unfold, but January 28th through the 31st, I'm off to Toronto, and this will be the second time the Toronto gift market has happened since the start of the pandemic. I attended one in August for that, and it was different than pre-pandemic. It used to happen twice a year. It was efficiently set up, and you knew where you were going, you know where the suppliers were. But during the pandemic, the industry kind of fell apart, and some of it has gone to the International Center, and some has gone to the Congress Center, and some of the companies aren't there, and there's new companies, and the communications have fallen apart. But I really think I got to get there to see what's happening in the industry, to see what products there are. I'm not going to do a bunch of buying while I'm there. I want to see what gift items there are that become possible future items for the Shop with Diane show. But I can't have items starting to arrive when I'm not here at the store through February and into March, or start having deliveries brought to the Intercity Shopping Center with hope someplace will have space to store it until then. We got to bring it back here. I don't know. So I'm going more to explore, and I also want to just impromptu. I'm going to come live from the show and show you some things. So you're going to want to stay connected or check back our page between January 28th and 31st and see what I have to say or show you from the Toronto gift market. So I want to bring you along with me. And so when I'm back on the 1st, the 2nd, we got to get ready for the movers, got so much to do. The movers come on February the 4th. We quickly spend the next few days trying to set up that location, be ready to go on February 9th, and work 61 hours a week. That's physically there, not to mention behind the scenes. It's going to be an adrenaline rush. And now, having come to this store, you've been very accustomed to wearing your mask and sanitizing hands, and we've done the same. But when it comes to the mall, we are going to not require people coming into our store to wear the mask. If you've been out at all, you'll notice that, maybe not wisely, but the vast majority of people are out there without masks. So we are not going to restrict entry into our store if people don't have a mask. However, since I cannot get sick with the cold, the flu, the new variant of COVID, I'm going to continue to wear my mask while working in the mall. I'll be very careful, but I'm going to also need to be very careful while I'm at this buying trip in Toronto. The last thing I need is to come home sick, and then that just really complicates things even further. So how I get my laundry done and how I cook meals and pay bills during that marathon at the mall, I have no idea, but I trust it'll get done, or it'll get done. Just trust the magic of new beginnings is one of my favorite sayings. So you know about the mall, you know about going to the buying trip. Now I'm going to tell you a couple of tips. Now, one tip that is really came in handy. It's one I've shared with a number of our customers, especially those who've bought coats from us over the years, with a double zipper. And a lot of people struggle doing up coats, jackets that are a little longer with a double zipper. And I want to share with you a personal experience. And so many of you know my dad. I'm blessed to have both my parents still in my life. My dad is 97 and pretty independent soul. And fortunately, they're in their own home. My dad loves when it snows, so he can do some snow clearing and snow blowing and keep the lawn looking great, and always fixing something, having a nap on the couch often too, but it's okay, Dad. So on Sunday at supper, it came up in the conversation that he couldn't get up his double zipper on his new coat. And it has snaps as well. He did up the snaps. As I looked at him, Dad, you're having trouble doing up your zipper? Your double zipper? And he goes, yeah, I don't know how to do them up. Now, my dad is not the only older person who has struggled. And over the years, I have helped many elderly people learn how to do up a double zipper. Younger people too, all ages. But nothing brought me more joy in my store than being able to show an elderly person how to do up a double zipper. Because can you imagine how many years of their life they've been struggling? So showed my dad how to do up a double zipper. We practiced. He dropped something off for me here at the store this week. And quietly he said, I did up my zipper. And he had this huge grin on his face. And it brought me such joy. So if you're struggling, I'm going to show you how to do that. So I've got a coat here. And okay. I don't like hoods on sweaters and so on. So you put a jacket over top, you feel like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Oh, look at, here's a couple of comments. I'm going to, in regards to our mall move, my mom says, spread the word, everyone, please do. And Helen adds, good luck at the mall. Thank you, Helen. And Anne's comments is she's excited, loves local businesses, especially like Take a Hike and Take Two Boutique. And in regards to keeping me fed, I'm not a fussy eater, anyone out there. My mom might make a pot of soup. Thank you, Mom. Appreciate that. So let me show you the double zipper. So how it's down here. Look at this. I have to be creative. So I have a step stool here in front of me. I'm gonna get up high. See, isn't that cool? And okay, I'm gonna have to pull it up a little higher. I don't have more steps to climb. So the problem most people, what most people I see do is they hold on the double zipper both pieces together, trying to hold them together. Hopefully that's focusing. And then they struggle to get this working. I am trying, people. Oops, wrong piece. Okay, they hold it like this and they try to get them together. And sometimes these two pieces aren't totally aligned and they're struggling. The secret, everyone, is stop holding these two pieces. Instead, hold the zipper just at the top on the side here like this. Just hold it like this and allow them to, as you push it down, they will go into one another easily, and then you pull it up. That's all you do. So once again, don't hold the two pieces together. That's what you see in the vast majority of people doing. Stop that. Instead, hold it here like this. Let the two pieces go down together and pull it up that way. Now, can I get down? Ta-da! Okay, so that was how to do up a double zipper. How did I learn how to do that? Many, many years ago when my store was on Victoria Avenue. If you're new to our show, been in business for 26 and a half years, but on Victoria Avenue, one of my employees said, "Oh, Diane, I got to show you this zipper trick." And a kindergarten teacher was in and she showed it to me. I was like, oh my gosh. So from that day, we have used that technique in our store and have shared it with as many people as we possibly can. So hopefully that'll make your life a little easier. I also want to show you another trick. If I don't show people these methods, when there are no longer stores like mine around, this knowledge, wisdom is going to be lost. So they don't teach you this on Amazon. So how can I do this? So here's a couple of pairs of shoes that over the years have come from my store. And can I get them in the screen? When we used to sell footwear, we would do proper fits of shoes. But as you probably know, we are not, the left side of our body and the right side of our body are not identical. And so when it comes to fitting people for footwear, we have to make sure that we are fitting for the larger foot first. And we may need to make some modifications to a shoe in order for it to fit properly. So there are several lacing techniques, but the one I want to share with you is going to be, let me see, how can I'm going to do this so you can see and I don't get all twisted up here. Okay, so if I do that, maybe, oh, how's that for creativity? Okay, so lacing technique. Why would you want to lace your shoes differently than how they may have come in the box if you've ordered them online? Why you do for footwear? Oh my gosh, it's so wrong, in my opinion, to order shoes unless you've actually had that identical pair and the manufacturer didn't change it at all. But I have always, working in this business, learned when somebody takes their shoes off, I'm looking at the shoe they're taking off. And what you'll notice sometimes is that at the back, the inside of the heel in there, in here, it's worn out. That's clearly showing me that the shoe isn't fitting properly. It's too long for their foot. So what is happening, their heel is rubbing up and down. So either the shoe is too large, it's fitting too big, or they have a narrow heel. That could be part of the problem as well. But that slipping up and down is going to wear out your shoe, but also it's going to be creating a blister if you went on a long walk or hike. You may also have one foot So I'm looking at both shoes when somebody takes them off, and I might notice one worn out and the other just fine. Well, what that's telling me is that one foot is bigger than the other, or one heel is narrower than the other. So in my case, I have one foot that's half a size larger than the other. And so you need to fit for the larger foot. So that means the other foot, the heel slips up and slips up and down. And so how I tie my shoes is differently. So I tie it to lock down my heel. So normally, if I can show you here, normally when you get a pair of shoes, they are zigzagged back and forth. I think that's pretty familiar to all of you, like that. But if I want to lock the heel down so it doesn't, here, I'll just do it up. Maybe that looks more like your regular shoe. So like that. So what you do instead, if it's a lower cut shoe, it's at the top here. Or if it's on a hiking boot, you're going to do this lacing technique about here. Okay, so what you do is you unlace the top eyelet. And I am not going to zigzag across. Instead, this one on the left, I am going to instead have it go straight up. So I create a bit of a loop like that. I'm going to, on the opposite side, do the same. So on both sides, I have a loop like that, okay? So now is when I'm going to crisscross. So I'm going to take the one on this side and I'm going to put it through that loop. I'll take this one and put it through the loop on the other side. And so it looks more like this. And so that's how you do it the first time. You just relace it that way. And now when I go to put my shoes on, I just tie it regularly as I would. And oh my gosh, no longer does my heel slip up and down. I am secure in my footwear. It is such a relief. It's such a wonderful feeling. And I like it so much that I actually take the shoe that is fitting properly and I'll relace it that way for it as well. So as I was saying, how might you do a shoe like this? Well, you'd look for on the boot to about this point across the foot. So if it was a taller boot, you're still going to want to do it down here. And you would unlace them. Now, you might not have a problem, but say you are on a hike. Say you are on a trip, lucky person to be away on a trip, and you notice somebody having a real problem, you can fix the problem for them. So I've unlaced it. Instead of it going crisscrossed, I'm going to go straight up here. And do that on the other side as well. Now, I have to say, for many years, I wear slip-on shoes, but they have to be designed properly so that heel slippage doesn't happen. But knowing lacing techniques is very helpful. So I've gone on the same side. I've created the loop. I'm going to use that loop as the eyelet instead. What the heck have I done? Okay, yeah, so I've done it like this. And I would continue on this boot when I go to do it my boots, give it a really tight pull, and then I would continue the crisscrossing at the top. So hopefully that will be helpful to you. I would also tell you, if you have a wider foot, and say you need to relax your shoe, have a little more width here, you can simply do that. Don't start the lacing down at the bottom. Instead, remove the lace and maybe start here as the very first one and work it that way, and that'll allow the shoe to relax that way. Other things, people are often wearing footwear that are too tight. So how could you solve that? You should actually not be buying longer, bigger shoes that way. Look for a wider fitting shoe. Your insoles the shoes come with an insole of a certain thickness. If you have wide feet, perhaps putting in them a thinner insole that creates more volume available for you. If your feet are narrow, get a thicker insole. That'll take up some of the space. Also, the thickness of your socks will make a difference. So people like me who may have a wider foot, I look for a wider shoe. If that's not working, I can play with the insole width. I can also play with the thickness of my sock. But there's many ways to try to fix that particular problem. Anyways, I just wanted to tell you about that. Any other tips to offer? I don't think I'm going to necessarily need to go on and on for the longest time. Just other than saying it wouldn't be Thursday without getting together with all of you. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's show, getting a bit of an update. And if you're just joining us late, welcome. This isn't my regular shopping show, which to pull that together it takes a lot of time, concentrated time, and I just don't have it right now because I am busily trying to get our inventory done for our year end, which is physically handling every item in the store and documenting it into the computer in terms of what we have. And that's on the main floor. That's in the basement. It's in the stock room. All over. It's got to be properly documented, and prepping as well to get to the Toronto gift market, where I'll be away for 4 days looking for new products, getting ideas. And I don't know, depending on how that pop-up works, I know my mom's going to say, slow down, girl. But I've heard just how fantastic some people have done with a pop-up just for the Christmas season at Intercity. They choose a theme, they run like heck. Hear that? Heck, run like heck. and then they go to Mexico in January. That sounds good to me. And so I'm going to go to the gift show with just an open mind, saying if this mall experience was great, and if we had a team that was loving working together and we worked really hard, and we want to spend January in Mexico, then let's think about that. So prepping to go to the gift show, and then also prepping to get us into, I'm going to put that up one more time, getting us up into Intercity Shopping Center. We're going to do a pop-up store. And when I said a year ago that I wanted to have a store closing sale here, remember that, people, last February, where I was going to take the next number of months and get rid of all this clothing? Well, we were left with clothing, and we are still trying to move it out. But I said we were going to transition from a regular traditional store, brick and mortar store that we had been operating, and moving to doing more live stream shopping shows and pop-up events. Well, we've done those pop-up and shop events here at the store. Now we're popping up at Intercity Shopping Center, and you can see starting February 9th to March 11th, we do have an option to continue that to the 18th if we still have energy and still have products, and long hours. And how you get to see us is enter the mall by the Maurice's side on the east side. Take that entry, just walk straight ahead, and we are just right next to the to the body shop. So I'm going to take that away, see what other comments we have. Some thanks for the tips. And Sharon hopes to see us in the mall. Sharon, you have spent several weeks in hospital after a nasty fall outdoors. So hopefully you are out and about and can come see us in the mall. And let's see, let's see. Thank you, Bev. Wishing a safe trip. And yes, I do my best. Got really good mask. And oh, and my mom says a vacation would be great. I wouldn't know what to do on a vacation, but I think I need to think about that. So thank you, everyone. Please, as my mom said earlier in the show, but I've been asking as well, please help us get the word out about our popping up for a limited time at the mall, where our clothing, which is timeless and classic and versatile in the kind of pieces that you love to own and wear and get compliments on, we're taking what we have to the mall, and it's 40% off. People are going to love that. And thank you to the gals who, many of you are watching, who are going to be helping me out there. I know we haven't sort of connected it and getting all the details down, but people such as Debbie and Lydia and Beverly, Ivana, Glenda, Aletha, Heather, Tracy, Kelly, Patricia. Oh my gosh. I know since we spoke, your life may have changed, but we're going to look to the Tuesday evening before Thursday's opening to get us all together and figure out a schedule and give you a preliminary tour of what's happening there. And so thank you, everyone. I'm going to next Thursday. Oh my God. No, I can come back next Thursday and do an update on the show. 2 Thursdays from now, we'll be in the mall. It'll be our first day of being opened in the mall. And even if I have to go into a corner someplace and come live at 7, I am going to do my darndest to bring you updates from the mall. Going to bring you updates from the Toronto gift market as well. So that'll happen through the day. So thank you for helping me stay sharp on Thursdays. I could get rusty pretty quickly. And hopefully it's just help us get through this week. And thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you soon, I hope. Okay, good night. And I'm going to end it here. See ya.